So you've been asking for it, it's gonna be a day in my life. For the last however many years I've been lifting, I've never done this before, but in the last month I've been doing it. I've been starting my day with a 30-minute light jog because I'm building an aerobic base. This is a step-by-step process into getting bedroom cardio. And I'd say my cardio right now is pretty freaking good. And in order to maintain endurance, you wanna be doing this at least 5 times per week. So that's why I start with this. Is jogging gonna be better for aesthetics than walking? Never. But in terms of building endurance, sometimes you have to jog to build that aerobic base. So I'll see you guys after I finish my jog. The first thing I do when I wake up is get a bunch of water, and they have this drink with tons of electrolytes. You can get this on Man Sports. This Jolly Rancher flavor is really good. Basically, it gets the electrolytes going, so it wakes up your neurons. And for those of you cutting, it has no calories. I've been cutting, I'm down to about 164 pounds right now, and the abs, even in bad lighting, are looking pretty freaking good. So I think I explained this before, but basically I'm just doing a light jog to build the aerobic base, and once you build the aerobic base, you can start doing more intense cardio sessions. Drop a like if you want to see an MMA cardio and power routine. Those are the 2 most important physical attributes in MMA, so if you want to see it, drop a like. So basically I'm gonna do a light jog, RPE of 4 to 6, which is rating of perceived exertion. So that's just how hard I'm going from a scale of 1 to 10. Alright, so that was a light cardio session. To be honest, I probably went a little too hard. And even with like moderate lighting, I'm looking pretty good on this cut. Because athletic bodybuilding, you can get shredded without steroids. People like us don't cheat. Alright, so I just took a shower because I actually went a little bit too hard on the run. I struggled to go easy on cardio. I went about like mid to mid high intensity when it was supposed to be a low intensity run. So because of that, I want to wait at least 3 hours before I lift weights and make sure that I'm replenishing my muscle glycogen, because when you run, you're depleting the muscle glycogen. How do you get muscle glycogen in? By getting quick digesting carbs. So I want to have one so I don't crash later, because I want to have this banana. And then my sister got me a birthday cake, which is like a cookie cake. I don't want to show it just because I feel like I'm gonna topple it over. It's like 8:30 in the morning, so if I didn't have the banana, I would probably like crash like crazy because I'm having cookie cake for like breakfast or whatever. And yeah, it wasn't probably great because I'm trying to cut right now, and you can probably see that like I'm leaner than normal. I'm not as lean as I've ever been, but I'm leaner than normal. Just shows that with athletic bodybuilding, you can get pretty shredded and look pretty great as a natural. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but in my opinion, if you take steroids, it says a lot about you, because it's cheating in my opinion. I was 135 pounds at 18 years old. I looked like a little kid because I hit my growth spurt so late. I was the person you'd probably say like, hey, he probably should take steroids because he grew so late. But I didn't, and now I'm at a point where I'm more grateful for my physique than all these big guys. These big guys have to keep taking steroids because they never are satisfied with their physique. Why? Because they never earned it to begin with. That's why they have body dysmorphia. So post-run clarity, get your muscle glycogen in and stay natural. Also forgot to mention, I'm gonna have a protein shake too, because after that run, I do want to recover, and if I have the carbs and the proteins I need, I'm gonna recover well. And the protein I like is this ISO protein from Man Sports. Use code Mario for a discount. I think it's like 15%, which is pretty crazy. It's the peanut butter bits flavor is by far my favorite, so check that out in the link in the description. I was just putting this lighting on for like, so you guys could see my face, but damn, like that's kind of crazy. So I'm gonna wait 3 hours before I go lift weights to make sure my body recovers. But before then, before I get work done, I'm gonna visualize. I got visualization from John Jones and Conor McGregor, and I prefer it over meditation. Because meditation makes you relax, but visualization makes you achieve your goals. I used to visualize getting my 100K plaque when I had 0 subscribers, and looking through the 100K plaque and seeing my face as a reflection. I always do things like that. Before I go into sparring, I visualize what my opponent's gonna throw at me and what I'll throw as a counter. An example of this working is Conor McGregor versus Jose Aldo. He visualized what he was gonna do, and he did it, and he knocked him out in 13 seconds. Visualization is so powerful. I do it for my goals, I do it for relationships, I do it for pretty much everything. I like to visualize. Especially when things get tough, I like to visualize, because if your subconscious doesn't believe you're gonna do something, you won't do it. Your subconscious doesn't know the difference between real life and what's fake. Think about a really hot girl. If you think about a hot girl, you get hard. Is the hot girl in front of you? No, but your mind is thinking of it. So that's why I like to visualize. Let me know if you want me to teach you guys how to visualize to achieve your goals like I did mine. Just to let you guys know, I'm a nobody. I used to be, when I was 22 years old, I was a complete nobody. Nobody knew who I was. Then I started visualizing and believing in myself, and all of a sudden, I have a big following on YouTube, and I'm living a life I wanted to live. All right, so this is the desk setup. This desk is awesome, because right now it's about seat height, and when I do work in the morning, I like to hit the number 2 there, and it raises up to about standing height. So I can work standing, which is pretty awesome. If you want to see it close to the chair, you can see how high that is. Super easy to get work done on this. So now you can see I'm standing. I can do work here. My brother bought this desk, and fun fact, he's close to 100K subs. I'll leave him as a pinned comment. Go subscribe to him. It'd be pretty crazy to see these two guys both have 100K subs in fitness. Who knew? We did, because we visualized. I'm telling you guys, don't meditate, visualize. All right, so today I'll be doing a push workout, which will be more of an athlete's push workout. I'll still do shoulders before chest, but I'll hit my front delts first. With front delts, I always start with the military press, but I do like an athletic bodybuilding military press, which is no legs, just standing up, shoulder pressing. But this time I'm gonna do an athlete's shoulder press or a push press, where I use my legs to get the weight up. When you're an athlete, you generate force from the ground up, so you wanna be using the entire kinetic chain. My background of a strong overhead press with an athletic bodybuilding military press means I have great potential in this exercise. In terms of plyometrics, I do them 2 to 3 times per week on my back day with deadlift and my 2 leg days. You want to do them before your workout because you want to be doing your power or plyometric exercises with full neural capacity. If you don't do it with full neural capacity, so like 100%, and you do a weightlifting workout before then, you're not going to benefit at all. I always got to stay fight ready because I've had tons of people, even fans, challenging me to a fight. And these people have been handling it pretty smartly too. They've been saying that Rios is scared, he's refusing to fight, which, you know, that's a smart way to handle things. I remember being a kid playing sports, and this guy would always be like, you're scared, you're scared. It was always that guy who ended up being scared, which is actually pretty funny. We live in a world now where we have tons of fake fight offers, which I guess is part of things now, but any bodybuilder who wants to kickbox, just let me know. I'm always gonna be ready. All right, so I just got to the gym, so I'm gonna do shoulders and chest, so I'm gonna train that really quick. If you're an athletic bodybuilder, you say I train. You don't say I work out. That's what lazy bodybuilders say. So I'm gonna go hit shoulders and chest, I'm gonna train, then I actually have a personal training session right after. Right before I work out, I'm gonna look at a couple pictures of Leon Edwards because it makes me train harder, because that's my dream physique, that's what I'm always chasing. Quick workout tip, I recommend you do these external rotation exercises to work the rotator cuff, because if you don't, you're gonna tweak your shoulder like I did when I stopped doing them. So here I am doing 155 pounds push press. I've never done it before, so it felt good to move that much weight. My bad for the angle, it's the best I could do. Okay, so now it's post-workout. I'm gonna have another scoop of this iso protein from Man Sports, and then a slice of this nice cookie cake, which is my high glycemic carb post-workout. 30 to 100 grams of a high glycemic carb post-workout reduces muscle protein breakdown. Why was I so slick with that? Because I've said it so many times. High glycemic carbs for recovery and muscle growth are vital, but typically you want a healthier option. Normally I have organic pretzels, which I'll show you guys real quick. These are the pretzels that I have. As a high glycemic carb is a lot healthier, but because I turned 24 yesterday, I'm gonna have a slice of this instead. All right, so I had my post-workout meal, recovered a little bit. Now I'm gonna go to the gym downstairs in my apartment building and do some kicking drills. I also do a little bit of shadow boxing, which will be 3 minutes, 5-minute rounds. What's awesome about having a karate background is I know how to get my kicks up. After taking a huge break from karate and fighting in general, I kind of lost the strength and mobility in my hips. But after doing these drills for a couple weeks, my kicks started coming up again, and now I feel pretty confident in them. In karate, you basically fight switch stance. So I adopted that now. I fight both southpaw and orthodox. I have strengths in both areas. I do have one that I prefer. However, I do fight both stances. Okay, so I started in southpaw. You can see I move real well in southpaw, which is what I like. However, my offense can be better in orthodox. There's an Alex Pereira leg kick, and here is the boxing in orthodox. My power is there, my offense is there, but I just feel like I don't move as well in orthodox, but that's why you use both. And there's me moving. I feel like I move real well, even though I don't do plyos, I don't jump rope, but I'm gonna add that to my routine so I can start moving. You can see my southpaw boxing isn't as good because my left hand's a little weak in being in the back, but I just feel like I kick better and I move better. I just move way better in southpaw. But I use both because of the strengths and weaknesses. There's me practicing the Leon Edwards head kick, which I've actually landed in real life. Calm. Slow-mo, you can see I put the 2 out so he moves and slips into the kick. So here's some footage of me sparring when I was testing for my black belt. The requirements in the black belt test were just crazy. You can see here that boxing isn't a big part of Taekwondo, and that's kind of where it's incomplete, but if you combine it with boxing, that's when it's good. So there's me knocking him down. I'm just like that. I'm built like that. And you can see that there's not much boxing going on, which I've added to my game. And, you know, I've never wrestled before, but you can see maybe I can wrestle. I'd be afraid of this guy. That was me when I was 13. Imagine me now. So now it's time to get back to work. I want to provide you great value, so I work on my YouTube pretty much all the time. My mind is on this 24/7. I just love my job and I love what I'm doing. Oh shit. All right, so I've made it home because it's time to record my shorts for the day. You can see I have a trash can and a tripod, a cheap tripod. That's all I did to build my channel. This tripod, this trash can, and these sunglasses, because I know people are gonna ask. I'm gonna put the link to them in the description. Time to piss off some bodybuilders. Here's the fast food goat, and here's the aesthetic goat. So I destroyed the Chipotle. People don't realize that you can eat fast food pretty well because it's calories in, calories out, but honestly, cooking your own food is better. However, now that I live on my own, I've recognized that cooking and cleaning, all that stuff isn't worth it, so I eat out a lot. So I eat a lot of Chipotle. I did get shredded by accident once, just eating a lot of Chipotle and walking a ton. So you can look good and get shredded eating Chipotle. I just find it as the healthiest fast food option, which is why I'm a huge fan. So I actually had some things come up, but I wanted to finish this video off with describing what gloves and what pads you should get to work on your striking. So I recommend owning 2 sets of gloves. First, you want to have a pair of 16-ounce gloves. With 16-ounce gloves, you use those to spar. Alex Pereira said it best: when you spar with people, you want to touch them. You're not trying to hurt each other, which is why 16s are so great for sparring. Then you want to have a set of 12s for when you're hitting the bag or you're hitting pads. Because when the gloves are too heavy with like the 16s, your form sometimes kind of suffers, which is why 12s, 10 lightest, you should be hitting the pads with. And in terms of pads, these are the best pads to get. I found with pads, you either buy them nice or you buy them twice. I'm going to leave the links to these gloves, specifically these Venom white ones. I actually am a big fan of these. You could also get better, but these are a good price. And I'm going to leave a link to this as well. Again, with the pads, buy it nice or buy it twice. And with the bed, I love these white sheets with the bed. Why? Because it makes me feel like I'm going to sleep in a hotel. It's so comfy. I love going to sleep with white sheets. I don't know what it is. It's just awesome. So that's going to be it. Thank you guys for watching. Why not check out this video here? You're going to learn a lot, and I'll see you guys next time.